and we're going to be rearranging brackets using squared roots equations. So if you remember on my last video, this was a basic equation that I'm asking you to solve to find x, but without the bracket. So it's x squared plus 5 equals 9. We've took the 5 over, it's a plus, so it becomes a negative, which leaves us with 4. Then we got the square root. We square rooted that 4. Granted, it doesn't look very good, my square root sign. And then the square root of 4 is 2. And remember that there's two possible answers. It could be a plus or a minus. And if you remember that rule, 3 times 3 equals 9, or minus 3 times minus 3 equals 9. So a minus times minus equals a plus. Okay, so they both equal the original number. Okay, so, well, the original squared root, which is 4. Okay, common square root numbers here. This is only here. It's a chart for while you learn. You obviously don't get it in any test exams, anything like that. So let's crack on. X minus 5 to the squared root equals 4. Is mind's blown? Doesn't need to be, I can assure you. First step, we're going to get rid of that squared. Do over to here. So now we have x minus 5 equals the squared root of 4. So by doing this, we've got rid of the brackets. And look, we're back to normal. We're back to this line. So we know that the square root of 4 is 2. We should do it by now anyway. You can have a little look at the chart down there. How's about that? Now what do you think we're going to do? We're going back to basic algebra. Really basic algebra. If you don't know it, look at my video. So it's simple. To find x, it's 2. That's the negative. It's going over the equal sign. Becomes a plus. So x equals 7. Yep. Let's do another one. Y plus 5 squared root equals 9. Right, let's get that out the brackets. So to do that, we're going to square root this number. So now we have y plus 5 equals the square root of 9. Now, off the top of your head, you should know the square root of 9 is 3. If not, have a little look-see here. You'll see it. Square root equals 3. So y plus 5. If my pen wants to work, equals 3. Now back to normal. Y equals 3. And it's a plus. So we're going to subtract 5. Now that gives us minus 2. So y equals minus 2. Okay, do another one. Let's do it down here. Actually, w plus 6 squared. I need a new nib on my pen here. Equals 49. You should all know that 49 is a squared number. So let's get this out of the brackets. Am I going to square root 49? And we should all know that 7 times 7 equals 49, so our square root is 7. Try and remember it, or you can look at that little graph. Remember that a square root is literally like what it says here, so it's 7 times 7. So when you're squaring a number, you times it by 3. If you're cubing a number, you're timesing it out by 3 times. But that's a different video, so don't worry about that now. So back to normal, we're trying to find what our unknown is, W. So we take that 7 over, it's a plus, 7 minus 6. So W equals 6. That doesn't need to be there. Okay, let's do another one. What's some examples for you? Let's do X plus 2. Let's do it, yeah. Squared equals 64. You should ring a bell now. 64. What kind of number is it? It's a squared number. So let's square it. Let's get it out of the brackets. X plus 2 equals the square root of 64. And the square root of 64, I hear you all cry. What do we do? 8 times 8 is 64. So the square root of 64 is 8. Back to normal algebra, really basic stuff. 8 subtract 2 because it's a plus. So our X equals 6. So in algebra, there's just lots of extra steps. It's like a building block, brick on brick. Okay. What about this one? So let's say we've got 3x squared equals 36. Do you think that's any different? Well, you should know by now 36 is a squared number. And what's the squared number of 36? 6 times 6. So we know that if we square, same principle here, sorry, we're taking it over to get it out of the brackets. So we know the square root of 36 is 6. So it's 6 times 6 because we times it out twice. And this is back to our basic algebra again. What do we do? This is stuck to this x. This number is stuck to this x. So it means a multiply. What that is a multiply. And you know that when we go over the equal sign, your signs change. So if we have plus this side, so all the way over here, turns to a negative. If it's a negative this side, it turns into a plus. Now when you've got multiplication this side, it turns into a divide. How about that? So because it's stuck to it, because this number is stuck to it, stuck to the x, sorry. So we're going to divide by 3. 3 divided by 6 goes twice. There's your answer. A little bit different, but as long as you follow these rules, you can't go wrong. Let's do another one. 9x squared equals 81. Ding, 81 is a squared number. How do you get to 81? It's 9 times 9. So square this bad boy out. 9x equals square root of 81, which we know is 9. So that's 9x equals 9 divided by 9. X equals 1. I'll do one more example and then I'll leave you with a couple of questions. So let's do this one because we haven't used the square number yet. 12y squared equals 144. That is also a common number. It's not on here. But 144 is also a common square number. So let's do it. 12y, we got it out the brackets. We got it out the brackets because we square rooted 144. Now to get to 144, it's 12 times 12. So 12y equals 12. And we've divided that 12 into 12, which gives us 1 again. So I'm going to leave you with 2 questions. And as usual, I'll give you the answers and then you work it out yourself and you should get that answer. So let's do. Remember, try and do it yourself. For saying that, you can look at the video as well when it's paused like this. But I would suggest you writing down in your revision book or under extra homework. So there's your question, there's your answer. And then and your answer is y equals 2. Okay? I'll leave that with you. I'll see you next video. Bye-bye.